Hey everybody, Jillian here. I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter weekend celebrating the resurrection of our Savior Jesus Christ. Today I have a brand new Bible journaling process video using Brianna Showalter's Print and Pray Set Messy Masterpiece. Here are some pieces. And I'm going to be journaling in between Mark 15 and Mark 16, so in between Jesus' burial and his resurrection. I've got some Neocolor II water-soluble crayons, acrylic paint, and some other fun things that I plan to get messy with here in the margins of my journaling Bible. So I'm going to start by putting down my Bible mat, and I'm going to washi tape it in place because I'm going to get this page very wet with a lot of different mixed media. So I am putting some washi tape, this is from the Rooted devotional kit, on the back of my hand so that it wears down the adhesive a little bit and won't tear the Bible page when I go to remove it. So first I'm going to start by putting down a foundation of white acrylic paint. Now this is just so that the pigment from the Neocolors that I'll layer on top of it really pop off of the page. I found that putting white acrylic paint down just creates like a background for them to shine. I used a baby wipe to get a thin layer on there, and then I'm going to hit that with my heat tool to help speed up the drying process. I want to make sure that each layer is dry before I continue. And then I'm going to take what I think is a mop brush made for watercolor and dip that in some water and then take that directly to the tip of the Neocolor crayon and then put the color down on my page over that dried white paint. And then I am going in with 3 different colors here. I'll have each color listed in the video description below in case you want to see if you have them in your stash. And yeah, I just pulled 3 colors that coordinated with the From Where I Stand devotional kit, which is what I'm working from. And that also worked with the pieces I pulled from Brianna's printables. So I'm using that same baby wipe to sop up some of the excess paint here, or pigment here, and then while I hit that with my heat tool. So I went in 2 times here with the Neocolor crayons. I'm just kind of building that color up so it's a little brighter. I had an idea of where I wanted some of the elements to be on my page, and so that kind of informed where I put the paint. So I'll hit that one last time with my heat tool, and here we go. The page is super crinkly now. I'm going to use this gal that I printed on clear sticker paper from Brianna's set and put her kind of straddling the margin and the text. It's on sticker paper so I can still read what's underneath. Next I'm going to do some more layering at the bottom, so I'm going to use Elaine's Label Love stamp set and kind of build my own grid label stamp with colors that will coordinate with those that I'm using for this project. Because it's my first time using these stamps, I'm rubbing them on my hand so that the ink that I use will stick a little better to the brand new clean stamp set. I didn't have an ink pad for the color that I wanted to use, so I used a Faber Castell brush pen, and you can see I got a really messy impression, and that is totally okay. And then I decided to use this navy colored dye ink for the gridded part of the inside stamp, and I really like how that came out, so I'm going to trim it down and make it look as if it's layered under this piece from Brianna that says, "Trusting God in His process is key to our faith journey." Then I'll go ahead and stick this gal down up towards the top. I decided to use the thank you card from the kit to punch a tab out. It had all of the colors that I was looking for. And then to get a really solid surface to add some stamps from the kit, I decided to put my Bible mat under the page and stamp some florals in 3 places around the page. And use, again, some of this washi tape from the Rooted devotional kit, which is just a great basic to have. So I'm going to get my tab down and then start working on my title. I used a variety of stickers here to spell out the phrase, "All My Hope." Shauna in the devotional points us to a few songs to listen to for the session in the darkness. And so I listened to the song called "All My Hope," and we just kind of had that rolling around in my head as I was making this page. In the devotional, Shauna invites us to document a moment of darkness in our own life and what that felt like to look down at our feet and not believe where we found ourselves. And then she encourages us to read the end of Mark chapter 15, where Jesus is crucified, he's been buried. She says, "Write a letter to Mary that may bring her hope in her darkness." And so that's where I was going with this page. I ended up having more than I wanted to say, so I am transferring that over to a separate journal entry. So I am just kind of doodling a little bit around the page. I outlined the passage that I was journaling, and then I'm writing in here another verse from the book of Mark that I feel like ties to this passage where Jesus had predicted that this would happen, and that is one thing that I would encourage Mary with. And there was another quote that Brianna had included in her set, and it says, "The process brings the promise." And I was like, oh yeah, that goes so well with this, like journaling this idea. So I'm including all of that in here. I don't know, it was just a really great, encouraging time of journaling. I imagine that you guys have those moments too, and it was just really wonderful spending this time in my Bible. I ended up doing this entry on Thursday, the Thursday before Good Friday, just remembering that Sunday is coming. After my journaling, I added a date stamp, and that's it. So here's a finished look at my page. I've got Brianna's printable set, The Messy Masterpiece, linked down in the video description below if you want to check it out, along with the From Where I Stand devotional kit. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.